Hello and welcome. Whether menopause was a slow, gradual change that you hardly noticed, or it hit you like a ton of bricks like it did me, chatting about its effects on skin and some of the solutions is definitely worth a chat, especially now that we're in the winter weather when a lot of these issues are exacerbated. So today we're going to talk about menopausal skin. For me personally, I didn't have a very long, drawn out perimenopausal period. Basically, at 52, my estrogen and progesterone dropped off a cliff. These are essential for building structural proteins, which help the integrity of our skin. So, estrogen is responsible for elastin and collagen, and progesterone helps affect our sebum and oil production, also sleep regulation and anxiety. So, all these things are happening at once. And for me personally, they happened all at once and seemingly overnight. So less collagen meant less bounce in my skin and less protection against oxidative stress. Less elastin meant my skin didn't have that stretch and turgor and flexibility. Turgor is when you kind of pinch your skin and it just takes a long time to snap back. So less snapback. And then also the progesterone, which affects your sebum and oil production, which I was already depleted in, just sort of my natural eczema prone, dry skin, lack of oil production my entire life. Also took a nosedive, as well as progesterone helps with sleep regulation. So that went haywire and my anxiety shot through the roof. So all these changes were happening at once and it was really very overwhelming. It took me a while and some time and effort to figure out solutions that would help both make me feel good internally and feel better about the way I was looking externally. The changes that I made and solutions that I've found to improve my skin integrity through menopause and just my overall well-being basically fall into three different categories: lifestyle changes, environmental changes, and topical skincare changes. If you have things that have helped you get through menopause, whether they have to do with skin or just overall health, definitely leave a comment. We can all learn from each other. But I'm going to start off with some lifestyle changes that I made. I got on some HRT. I feel like this has really improved the elastin and collagen integrity of my skin, just improved my overall well-being. The addition of some progesterone has decreased my anxiety. I never knew that anxiety was part of menopause. I'd never heard of it before, but I'm a natural worrier, and when I hit menopause, my anxiety went through the roof. But it wasn't only HRT, it was just improving my mindfulness, learning techniques to reduce stress, and I'm still working on that. Another thing that I did as far as lifestyle was improve hydration. I naturally don't like to drink water. I needed to get adequate water intake, and as I said, I still struggle with that. The other thing is I got really rigorous about wearing SPF, wearing hats, wearing sun protective clothing, not spending time in the sun. That was all the sunspots and the photo damage were coming out over years and years of exposure to sun. I learned late in the game, let's teach younger women to start using sunscreen early and protect themselves from the sun. It's really a game changer when it comes to skin integrity. I also made some big changes in my bathing. I used to be a daily bather. I came home from work, I jumped in the bath, or a hot shower, and it was just my way to decompress and stress. But I noticed that this was really destroying my skin. So I turned down the temperature in my bath and my shower if I take a bath, and I spend less time in there. I also have changed some of the topicals. I'll get to that, the cleansing products that I use, and my aftercare for bathing. So those are just a few changes that I made, along with increasing my vitamin D intake and vitamin K intake for skin hydration. So those were some lifestyle changes that I made. Environmental changes that I made were making sure our house is full of humidifiers, getting enough light, getting enough exercise also helps decrease stress, making sure that you are preparing your environment for sleep. I can't stress how important sleep is. I've definitely been one who needs 8 hours of sleep. In menopause, I was getting a lot less sleep, sometimes 4, sometimes 6 hours. It just wasn't enough, and it was really causing me to really dysregulate my whole system, which threw both my skin and my sort of personal health out of whack. The last thing is topical skincare. Of course, my love and the enjoyment that I have here on YouTube sharing my topical skincare with you all, but I did make some big changes in my topical skincare aside from just adjusting my bath schedule. I have a whole regimen now. I'll leave a card up here about my skincare body regimen. It has made a phenomenal difference, but the key piece that I added was gentle exfoliation. You can either use a gentle dry brush if you like a manual exfoliation before you get in the shower, but avoid the scrubs. The scrubs cause our fragile skin to have micro tears, and it really takes so much longer for our skin to regenerate as we're in our wiser years. So definitely cut down on the body scrubs. Go to either a body brush or even just a gentle chemical exfoliant. I have one that I always recommend, and it's in that video, so go check that out. I won't belabor that point here, but I changed my entire body care routine. I also changed the way that I treat the skin on my face. Obviously, adding sun protection every day became a habit. I also did some in-office treatments to get rid of the photo damage that had accumulated over the years. And I also added gentle chemical exfoliants into my skincare routine, which I'd never done before. So all that takes some tweaking. You have to try different products. What works for me probably won't work for you. There's also this hormonal acne that I started going through. So I had to start using acne products, which I'd never had to in my entire life. Even as a teenager, I think I maybe had 3 pimples. So hormonal deep acne and then the residual spots that were left over after that was a whole new learning curve in taking care of my skin. If you have really cystic acne or acne that you can't get under control, definitely seek out your dermatologist. They can really help with reducing acne. I also got on retinoids, which has improved along with the HRT, the integrity and bounce in my skin. So there's lots of topical changes that we can make to improve the look of our skin. In addition to adding some retinoids and topical exfoliants, I kept up with the routine of adding lots of occlusives, especially right before bed and after my showers, butters, oils, petrolatum, whatever you like to occlude your skin after you've done all your skincare. Lock it all in so that you don't have transepidermal water loss, especially as you sleep or before you're leaving out in the cold, harsh weather. Definitely start using thicker creams and oils. It's definitely not a one-step solution to maintaining your skin barrier. It takes multiple steps. I tried that in my younger years, just covering myself with lotions and creams and occlusives, and I would still wake up with dry, itchy skin that I'd scratched in the night and impaired skin barrier. You have to exfoliate, gently exfoliate to get those dead skin cells off. Pack in the hydration, then lock it in with an occlusive. Interestingly, there's a new article that's out. Actually, it's not a new article, it's 2005, but it is new to me, showing that niacinamide, which is great for skin barrier repair, did a lot better job at preventing transepidermal water loss than just petrolatum alone. So I'll link that article down below for you if you want to go check that out. But it's really a multi-pronged approach when it comes to maintaining your skin integrity. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I certainly think this is a really important topic for mature women. We need to take care of our skin barrier, and there's lots of things we can do to increase the luminosity and brightness of our skin. Are we going to stop aging? Absolutely not. But we definitely can take some steps to look and feel our best. If there's some solutions that you found that I didn't mention today, I'm sure there are many of them. Definitely leave them in the comments below so we can learn from each other. If you're interested in this topic of postmenopausal skin, definitely leave me a comment down below. Let me know that you're interested, and I'll consider making some more videos on this topic. Wishing you a skin-tastic day.